What's up, guys? JJ Fade 23. I'm just gonna make a quick video of my Mara swing trade. Show you guys why I took the trade, how I took the trade. Guys, obviously you know Mara likes to rock and roll with Bitcoin. So there's been a lot of hype around Bitcoin with the ETF coming and all this stuff. So, you know, Coin, Riot, Mara, these kind of things been going. And as you guys know, well, see, this one thing that new traders don't realize is that when stocks are going and they're uptrending and they have hype, like NVIDIA, people keep trying to short them. They just keep going and going and going. Uptrends can be crazy, you guys. Don't try to step in front of uptrends till they start to sell off or have a blow off top. Stocks like NVIDIA just keep going. I mean, look at this. Let's look at this real quick. I mean, look at this, you guys. It's just, you know, just keep going and going and going. And see, guys, actually, it's good that I brought this up because you want to see something real quick. My moving averages that I use, the 8, 21, and 34, they're amazing, right? When stocks make a strong move up, they usually flag off the 8. Once they have a medium pullback, they go to the 21, 34. Now, you see this? This was only the first time pulling back to the 21, 34 in this whole move. If you look over here, strong move up, flagging off the 8, first time back to the 21, 34. Strong move up, flag off the 8, first time back to the 21, 34. Now, check out Mara. All right? Here we go. Mara on the, oops, sorry. That was the weekly chart. All right. If you guys look over here, right? Strong move up, flag off the 8. But look, this is only the first time back to the 21.34. Plus, you have a very, very clear pivot here, right? Very clear pivot here. And on Mara, if you zoom out, I always like to zoom out and go to the weekly chart and put my fibs on. And I know, guys, a 38% retracement isn't that much. Stocks can easily go to 50 or even 61 or even 78. Because I call this up here lower high position. When we get up to the 61, 78% fib, that's lower high position. That happens quite often on stocks. Think about it. If stocks go like this, right? If a stock's trending down, all right, and then it bounces back up. Oops, shit. Sorry, I hate doing it that way. All right, guys, sorry. So, if a stock's trending down, all right, and it bounces, that's a lower high from here to here, all right? It goes down, makes a new low, all right? Bounces back up, makes another lower high. Now, it's not unlike for these stocks to bounce, see, back up to the 61 to 78% fib as they go. So now, think about it, right? This is a lower high. This is a lower high. These are all sets. I look at it like sets inside of sets. All right. So like this right here could be a lower high to here. All right. This could be a lower high to here. You know, like, so this ultimately, if it ends up coming back up to here, could be a lower high to here because it didn't really have a lower high from up there yet. It's just had really little tiny bounces. Even the weakest stocks can bounce 38% and keep going all the way back down. That's a weak bounce. This thing hasn't even made it to the 38% fib. Could easily go to 50. Could easily go to 61, 78 and be a head and shoulders pattern. Look, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's how it gives me. That's what gives me the knowledge. Plus, looking at weekly pivots and daily pivots to see where I think the stock could go. Because I don't want to buy a stock, right? All right, let's say Mara was right here already making a move. I'm like, it's already in lower high position. It's right near the resistance, like doesn't have much room to go up. But coming off this accumulation pattern right here, it's broke out of this accumulation pattern at the lows. It's proved that it couldn't go any lower. And now this is the first strong move up and the first pullback to the weekly 8, which is also the first pullback to the daily 21.34. And when you have a pivot like this right here, and my 3 favorite things, you guys, the EMA setup with a pivot that's very clear and a psychological big number like 20. All right, so we have multiple things just below here. A lot of things right here and a big, huge flush, which is also 1, 2, 3 days down, right? a gap down, a red day, another red day, and then an exhaustion gap down. This is almost an automatic buy here. On 1, 2, 3, and then a big gap down is an automatic long in my book. So let's go back over here now. What I did. I told everybody in the room, first pullback to the 2134 on a strong stock that has room to go up, and it has Bitcoin hype with it. So what do we have? Right here, it gaps down. Look at this right here. 10-minute EMAs with the pre-market data off. It gaps down to here. This is literally at the time gapping down, guys, 13% off of the, maybe not quite that far, but hold on. It was about, let's say right here. They move a little, obviously, you guys. Let's say right here. It's gapping down on a 1, 2, 3 days down, 4 days down, gapping down 10%. It's literally 10% off of its 21 on the 10-minute chart. That's too far extended. You see this right here? Look at this, you guys. Gapping up 10%, 11% off it comes back to them. All right? It can't get that far away from the 10-minute EMAs without coming back to them. That's how all EMAs are. If the stock gets too far away, it will come back. Especially, guys, this isn't a downtrending stock on the daily chart that we're trying to buy on a gap down, right? It's a very strong uptrending stock that's pulling back and gapping down big. That is automatic long in my book. So, you know, that was a just quick flush. As soon as it started coming back up, I'm long in near 20, risking below 20. And then I'm just, what am I doing now? I know I can go higher, but where's my first target when I long something like this? My first target is back into lower high position, right? Because stocks go like this. Most of the time, they come down, they go back up, especially at the top. If it's starting to sell off a lot, the bounces probably get weaker and weaker. There's less and less buyers. But something like here, you can bet the dip buyers are probably going to push it back up to lower high position. So where is lower high position? 50 to 61% fib. So where is my first target? Right? Right here. I actually sold it this day pretty close. Now I'm just holding because I bought it way down here. I call this, when you have entries like this, you guys, you're in the driver's seat. You buy in the dip, right? Now you sell into the lower high position, and now you're in the total driver's seat. There's two things that could happen, all right? Two things that could happen here. It might just make a lower high around here and then come all the way back down to here, and it's possible it could eventually break down. I don't care. I'll get out even on the rest. But my entry's so good that now I'm in the driver's seat in case this happens. You know, in case it wants to dick about and then friggin' go break out, all right? And go higher, because that could easily happen. So anytime you get a first pullback to the 21, that's literally like, that's a good time to buy. It's the very first pullback deep enough to the 21 on the daily chart. That's a very good place to buy, especially it lines up with psychological whole numbers and nice pivots close by. It's just very good. So that's pretty much all I did. Oh, another little tip, you guys. You'll notice a lot of times, I said this in my last videos, you see how right here, this is a very high volume. This is kind of like a breakdown high volume day. Now, this day was pretty decent high, but not that high. But a lot of times, kind of like this, a lot of times when you have a super high volume day, it's going to be either within the next couple days, you can have a higher chance of a bounce. It's usually within the day or two, but it doesn't work as good if you're using, like, this is kind of a breakdown day. If this was traveling lower, then you had a big gap down with the higher volume right here, you could kind of count it as reversal volume. Let me see if I can show you an example of, like, kind of like right here. See this? So it had one more day it tried to push, but see, uptrend. Then at the top of the move, you had a reversal volume candle that's higher than the volumes around it. So you can use that as for tops and for pullbacks. Not really so much up here, but here's kind of a good example. They come down, pull back, the volume picks up again. Right here. See, it's usually going to be, if it's this, one of these days, like if I see this, a stock making a huge move, and I see a reversal volume, this could be volume exhaustion, then I expect either that day or the next day to have a pullback. kind of like, right here it's going up, reversal volume day, the highest volume. All right, so it's just something I like to pay attention to. It's going up, reversal volume day. Right here, spike, reversal volume day, has a little pullback. See this? Reversal, this volume's kind of low in general, but it's still, you can see that these 2 days are higher than the days before it and after it. So that's basically, I'm always paying attention to that too, along with the other stuff I said. Anyways, thanks guys, I appreciate it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a knucklehead that likes to look at charts. Thank you.